Okay, real fast, I'm going to tell you guys the truth behind why Kendrick Perkins and Skip Bayless is having a tirade over Twitter. Okay, and it has to do with LeBron James, as well as some other topics mixed in. What KD said about Kendrick Perkins, calling him a sellout. And the reasoning behind that is Kendrick Perkins didn't say anything nice to Kyrie Irving, particularly about what Kyrie Irving think about the season. We're going to get into all that. First, I want to give you guys a backstory on Kendrick Perkins. I don't know why I want to say Kendrick Lamar. Every time I say his name, I want to say Kendrick Lamar. Well, Kendrick Perkins, okay? A backstory on Kendrick Perkins. And I don't know if you guys catch Kendrick Perkins on ESPN. He's an NBA commentator, and basically when he talks or speaks about something, particularly in the NBA world, he doesn't back it up with stats or data. He's not a statistician, okay? He's not an analyst or anything. Well, he's sort of an analyst, but most of his positioning when he speaks is emotion. He's basically speaking what he feels, okay? Which nothing's wrong with that. This really started when Kendrick Perkins, I want to call him Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Perkins, was on Twitter basically saying LeBron James is the most athletic player in the NBA. Once again, speaking from emotion. He's not putting any stats, no data behind it, no research behind it. And to that I say this, he must have forgotten the rest of the NBA, okay? Bill Russell was a hellified athletic player. Will Chamberlain was athletic. Magic Johnson was athletic. Michael Jordan was athletic. He should at least seen some Michael Jordan clips. Michael Jordan was hellified athletic. Kobe Bean Bryant, God rest his soul, I'm pretty sure he, was playing in the Kobe Bean Bryant era. Or even saw him on television or in person, was hellified athletic, okay? Not to say LeBron James is not athletic, but there are so many other current and former NBA players that were hellified athletic. Shaquille O'Neal, when he played with the Orlando Magic, go look it up for yourself. Shaquille O'Neal could do anything on the court, played both ends of the court. He was the best player on offense, the best player on defense, and can do things with the ball I have never seen from another big man, since Will Chamberlain. But he was even ridiculous, hellified athletic, okay? When he got a little older and got a little heavier, he couldn't do the things he used to do in Orlando, but that's with all the bigs. I mean, that's with everyone, okay? LeBron James, his first stint with Cleveland and with Miami, and his second stint with Cleveland, you started seeing him deteriorate. His last year with Cleveland and his first year with the Lakers, you started noticing LeBron James didn't have that energy full on both ends of the court. He had to pick either or. He had to pick and choose. Either be the best defender or be the best facilitator or scorer on offense. Okay? He had to pick. Okay? He couldn't just do both. Okay? And that's what being the best athlete is. The ability to play both to play both sides of the court, to be the best defender and the best person on offense, plus do all the little things, okay? You have to be hellified athletic to do that, okay? So, and I'm not saying LeBron James not. He is a hellified athletic player, particularly back in his day. But, whoa, hold up, Kendrick. There were so many others that, failed to not mention, okay? And, even Bill Russell chimed in on Kendrick Perkins. I want to call him Kendrick Lamar again. Kendrick Perkins, he tweeted Kendrick Perkins, say, guess you didn't notice me or forgot about me. And, and then Kendrick Perkins had to say, oh, well, I forgot about Bill Russell. But besides Bill Russell, LeBron James still pretty hellified athletic, but that's with just about all the people I mentioned, plus more, okay? So you see what I'm saying? Kendrick Perkins takes, he speaks from his emotions, how he feels, okay? Which is nothing wrong with that. I feel like Charles Barkley does that, but the difference between Charles Barkley and Kendrick Perkins, Charles Barkley is much older, much wiser, and, have seen the greats, okay? And, Kendrick Perkins is just now starting as far as being a journalist or a commentator or an analyst. He's not speaking from analytics, okay? He's basically speaking from his heart, his emotion. Nothing wrong with that, okay? But that's what got him and Skip Bayless trading barbs back and forth, on Twitter. First with Skip Bayless commenting on about what Kyrie Irving said. Kendrick Perkins said about Kyrie Irving. Basically, Kyrie Irving wants to stop the season so we can spend more light on police brutality, Black Lives Matter. And I understand the method to his madness, but you can still have the season playing and still it will shine a light and an awareness on Black Lives Matter, police brutality, social injustice, things of that nature. Okay. And two, I feel like if you cancel the season until this stuff has been addressed, you're really pretty much giving in to the people that, in my opinion, you're giving in to the racist, the privileged people that just don't want change to happen, which change is happening, and the NBA hasn't even played yet. The NFL haven't even played yet. Same with MLB. So change is happening without these other leagues. Okay, so change was going to happen. It was going to happen. Okay, so I understand where Kyrie Irving was coming from, but you don't have to cancel a season to shine light on the social injustice that plagues the African American community. Okay, and if Kendrick Perkins would have said it like that, it probably would have proceeded better, and that's why KD called him a sellout. And once again, Skip Bayless and Kendrick Perkins going back and forth, and basically implying that Kendrick Perkins is LeBron James' PR director. I'm pretty sure LeBron James have enough PR firms hyping him up already. He doesn't need individuals such as Kendrick Perkins and Ryan Hollis. Ryan Hollis would go back and forth networks, Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and spew the most ridiculous stuff on television. He was a LeBron James defender when LeBron James doesn't need a defender. He just put on his cape and suit and would fly into the studio and say ridiculous things to prove that LeBron James is the best player of all times. Okay? And that's pretty much what Kendrick Perkins is doing. It's just opinion. Everything's opinion based. And if that's how you feel, fine. Okay? But it just hits a little different to a lot of people out there that's been paying attention to the history of the NBA and know for a fact that there were hellified NBA players that were hellified athletic. Okay? And all you have to do is just do some recent history. Okay? You don't even have to go that far to find it. But once again, Kendrick Perkins, Ryan Hollis, they would they just spew this stuff that they're passionate about, that they're emotionally tied to about, and they don't base it on any facts, stats, analytics, none of that stuff, okay? They just spew stuff and that's it. And this is a prime example why I say in tons of videos, sports entertainment is, particularly sports journalism, is dying because there's no leagues. There's nothing to cover. We're not sure if the NBA is going to come. We're not sure about Major League Baseball, even though they came to the table and reached a conclusion in 60 games. We're not even sure if the NBA is going to play in a bubble in Orlando due to the current events in Florida, where, a lot of people are testing positive in Florida. Okay? So, a lot of, this coronavirus, COVID-19, has ceased and desist a lot of things that we was accustomed of watching and doing, okay, that we did not take full advantage of, because we always knew if I miss a season, I can always watch it again. I can always see the next season, and we're not even sure we're going to get a season this year from any sports event. We may not see sports again until next year, okay? So that's what's going on with Kendrick Perkins. I feel like a lot of people, particularly on Fox Sports 1 and ESPN, this got way too much time with not a lot of stuff to talk about, because there's really nothing to talk about. Even with the Last Dance, they was commentating on the Last Dance and breaking it down, and then start making wars. Well, who was the best player, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? And LeBron James wasn't even mentioned in the Last Dance. Okay, so that's what's going on. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know when my next video goes down. I'm up out of here. Deuces.